All right, so Wendy Williams' son is the enemy. Uh, Basically saying like he did something um with her money. I can't read exactly what the title says here, but uh, you know, after all the free Wendy's and we're trying to figure out why is she in this place she's in, why isn't she with her family? Somebody should be watching over her. She claims that that nothing's wrong with her as far as the dementia. Her aunt, I mean her niece said it probably comes in waves. But I just want to hear more about the son, because they always say it be the ones closest to you. So we ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
My son, he overstepped his boundaries in terms of me. You understand? He overstepped his boundaries, and he was inappropriately using my money without telling me crap about it. Like, is he stealing from me? Look, all I know is that in terms of what I'm dealing with, and that this is still going on, because, that's when my money got frozen at Wells Fargo. Thank God. No more money stealing from my son and the other people.
Honestly, I wasn't expecting this Wendy Williams situation to take this turn, but she just revealed that her son, Kevin Hunter Jr., was the catalyst behind her guardianship. Apparently, Kevin was dipping in mommy's bank account so deep that Wells Fargo froze her account.
I think the amount of money that they questioned Kevin about for spending was like $100,000.
I'm Barry White.
To put in perspective, Kevin's birthday party that year that his mom threw was $120,000. Kevin's rent was $80,000. Kevin's Uber Eats probably exceeded $100,000 that his mom approves.
Have you ever taken money from your mother's account?
Not without her consent.
Child, $100K on Uber Eats orders? What was he ordering on that app? Well, a lot of people also are just like, oh, I hope Kev Jr. was not taking money from Wendy and funneling the money to his father and his father's side piece, because that would just be diabolical. Well, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, so how about we just get right into Kevin Jr.'s madness and how he was the catalyst for Wendy's guardianship. Okay, y'all remember that sometime toward the end of 2022, Kevin was thrown out from his luxury $2 million Miami apartment and hit with a lawsuit for $70,000 in back rent. The thing is, Wendy was the one who was paying the rent, but she could no longer pay for him, allegedly due to medical and legal reasons. Kev even had to appear in court, and he told the court that because of his mother's health issues, all of the financial support he received from her stopped, including his housing. And he also said that he was a full-time student, but had taken a year out of school and was looking after Wendy. Then just weeks after Wendy Williams attended her son's college graduation, Kevin Jr. was reportedly issued a second eviction notice from his Miami apartment. Kevin allegedly owed $4,316 in total, according to the property's ownership firm, with a warning to pay rent or vacate the apartment by January 7th, 2025. Now, while people were sympathizing with Kevin and saying that he doesn't deserve to be going through the trouble, apparently all these issues Wendy has been having began with him. Wendy herself recently revealed in her documentary with TMZ, Saving Wendy, that the conservatorship began after her son, Kevin Hunter Jr., withdrew large amounts of money from her account without her knowledge, and Wells Fargo flagged the transactions, leading to her assets being frozen and the guardianship being established. She specifically said that her son had overstepped his boundaries and was inappropriately using her money without telling her about it, and went on to allege that other people might have been influencing her son and spending time with him at her apartment in Miami. In her words, "My son is a really good person. Look, my son is a good person, but at this point, he is a horrible person to me. The way he moves with other people and what's going on with these other people in my apartment in Miami. What are you doing? Oh, you spent what on what? What is going on at Wells Fargo?" Wendy was also asked about a time when her son wanted to rent out a boat for his birthday for $1,500, and he ended up getting a boat that rented out for $113,000, and he blamed it on the bank, saying that the bank wanted him to have that, which obviously didn't make sense. Well, according to Wendy, her son was definitely not working alone, and she again said that he was probably being influenced to spend her money. So what this means is that all of this time, Kevin Jr. was the one misusing her money. And like Wendy said, he was not working alone. Crazy, right? Other than this, Wendy also alleged that a woman had been impersonating her in an attempt to steal even more money from her, and that it was her own son who had introduced the woman to Wendy. She said, "It's a woman approximately..."
Look, man, this is a lot going on. A lot going on. And for her to be talking about all this stuff kind of shows that, you know, her health may not be as bad as people are saying. Because, you know, what they're trying to say, you like, I feel like a lot of this stuff will probably go right over her head. This is crazy, man. The ones closest to you. Sheesh.
In my age group. This woman on the phone pretending to be me. Red flag, Wells Fargo, red flag, red flag. And so, red flag. Thank God they stopped all the money that had been stolen from me by these people, you know? And they stopped it, and fortunately, I still have money left. I know. It's insane. I mean, totally unreal. Something else that came up was that, based on court documents that were filed last September, while her son apologized for past mistakes and inappropriate behavior, the court said it was not convinced that he could keep Wendy safe and wouldn't willingly or unwittingly expose her to financial exploitation, which is why, even if she will be released from the guardianship, she cannot be placed under the care of her son. In fact, even other family members are of the opinion that even though Wendy loves her son, it would probably not be the best choice to be put under his care.
My aunt loves her son very much, but I think that there are other options.
There she is.
At this point, in terms of who can care for and make sure that his mother at 60 years old is taken care of properly.
I mean, who would have thought that her own son would be the reason why she was going through all this? It's giving his father, Kevin Hunter Sr. You know, there was a time when Wendy's brother Tommy went on a rant saying that Wendy had abandoned her family. And one thing he said was that Wendy was refusing to let her son Kevin Jr. into her penthouse. Tommy claimed that her son flew up to New York to spend her birthday with him. But upon arrival at her house, she did not let Kevin Jr. in.
It's not looking fair to the main person who deserves fairness, her son. And my eyes are starting to open up. My patience is wearing. And her son is up there to spend what could be monumental time with his mother, if she opens the door.
Honestly, it did make sense that Wendy would refuse.
Okay, so what I'm getting from this is that at one point, the son might have been the most trustworthy person to her, right? And maybe by him getting the guardianship and getting control of her money, maybe all these other family members were going to try to leech off of him. Maybe that's why they were pushing for him to get it, you know? But then maybe she saw through that. Just saying.
See her son. But now, with the revelation that he may have been the catalyst to the conservatorship, it now makes so much sense. But at the end of the day, this is still Wendy's son, and she has made it clear that she still loves her son. In fact, during her phone interview on Two Angry Men, the podcast hosted by Harvey Levine and Mark Garagos, Wendy was asked if seeing Kevin would be uncomfortable, and she handled the question gracefully, expressing her excitement about reconnecting with him. In the interview, she also revealed that she planned to travel down to Miami, where several of her family members live, to celebrate her father's 94th birthday, and will probably have a chat with her son if he shows up. But you know what? Wendy is not just opening up about her son. She's talking about everything, from how she thinks she was wrongly diagnosed, what she thinks about her guardian, Sabrina, and how she plans to stop the guardianship.
Well, you see where I am, right? Where I am is this place where the people are older. I am part of the memory unit. A memory unit, in other words, what? Somebody who doesn't remember crap? Are you serious?
So another one of the documentary's key revelations was that Wendy Williams lives in a memory care unit, sharing space with elderly residents experiencing severe cognitive decline. She says that she has been allowed outside only twice in the past month and has no access to a personal phone or iPad. And even within the facility, she is unable to leave her room without a chaperone.
I've asked the guardian person for an iPad since years, it seems like, but an iPad. Can I please have my telephone back? Can I please be able to call, my family? What is the problem with me calling and talking to friends of mine?
The documentary also reveals that her possessions are locked in a storage unit, and her guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, has legal approval to make money from managing her estate. In addition, a court order also prohibits those involved in the case from discussing it publicly, limiting transparency. Well, based on reports, Wendy is also one step closer to being free and ending her guardianship, as sources with direct knowledge to what is happening to her said that she signed an affidavit on February 12th in the afternoon. In the paperwork, she asks a judge to set her free from her conservatorship. And in the affidavit, Wendy states that she has regained capacity to function without a legal and court-appointed guardian. Wendy also reportedly says that she does not have frontotemporal dementia, despite what doctors and her court-appointed guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, have been claiming. In fact, in their documentary, TMZ breaks down Wendy's alleged diagnosis of frontotemporal dementia, noting that patients never get better, which is the opposite of the mental state that Wendy Williams has shown to the public in all of her recent interviews amid her #FreeWendy campaign. They actually say that Wendy's state of mind is better than it was 2 years ago. So the next step is that upon signing this affidavit to end her guardianship, Wendy Williams will be reevaluated by a doctor on February 18th. Then the following day, Wendy's lawyer will file an emergency order to show cause. This means a petition will be drawn to push the judge who has the power to end her guardianship. And if the judge rejects the request, Wendy will demand a trial by jury. Child, it's a good thing that she's finally on her way to gaining back her power. But this thing about her son, a lot of people just can't shake it off. And with Wendy saying that her son was the catalyst to the conservatorship, the internet has unsurprisingly gone wild. We have people posting comments like, wait a damn minute, so was Wendy Williams' son Kevin Jr. that is responsible for the large amounts of money withdrawn and spent that forced Wells Fargo to freeze her accounts and cause all this mess? Wow.
Crazy,
Someone else also added, damn, Wendy Williams' son is the one misusing her money and behind her conservatorship? All she did was love that boy with her entire heart. Seems like he learned from his daddy. Another person was also just like, oh my God, y'all, Wendy Williams' son, little Kevin, was the one stealing her money, which is what alerted Wells Fargo and how she ended up in this situation. Like father, like son. A mess. People are also saying that they think that before, Wendy was lying because she was trying to save face, and she was trying to protect her son from embarrassment and herself as well. She didn't want to seem like a bad mother, and she also didn't want her son to be publicly shamed. I mean, she could easily have given her son that much money and more earlier if she really wanted to, but she clearly did not want him running through her finances like he did. Again, people are saying that it's really given his dad, Kevin Hunter Sr. But what are your thoughts about Kevin Jr. being the catalyst to Wendy's problems? Was someone influencing him to siphon the money? Do you think he was out here funneling the cash to his dad and his side piece? Drop your thoughts in the comments section below.
You know what's extremely crazy about that? I want to know what his friend circle look like. What does Wendy Williams' son friend circle look like? You know, if he's hanging around a lot of people who ain't got nothing, no ambitions, no goals, no, they gonna look at him like a money grab. Dog, your mama got money, so that means you got money, which means we got money. That's how it be. That's how it be. I don't know if he was cool growing up or one of the kids that was like an outcast, because sometimes people will use money to flex or to buy friendships or relevancy, So my whole thing is like this your mama. Now, I know she would have, if you would have asked, or she probably was already giving him money, but, she probably wanted him to be smart about it, so she didn't just want to give him a buttload of money. So my whole thing is like, looking at a video like this, and saying like I'm just going to say allegedly, that he was the one that did what he did to make this money grab happen. I mean, the, Wells Fargo to be alerted and then them doing this conservatorship, that is wild, man. Because, I'm just trying to figure out, why isn't somebody in her family in it? Like I said, it all makes sense now. It's extremely sad, man. Extremely sad. Over 100 $1,000 for whatever for the food. I'm just gonna throw it out there allegedly. Come on, man. Come on. Hey, that's buying food for you and all the homies. Guaranteed. 100,000 for a party? Come on, man. That's how it be. But hey, I'm glad I checked this out again. Appreciate all you guys coming over. Hope you enjoyed. If so, go ahead, like, share, comment, and subscribe, man. Peace out.